Are you a trans person looking to improve your voice? Well, what are the things you need to be focusing on? What actually matters and what doesn't? That's this video. In case you didn't get your copy of the trans agenda, it's important that you know trans people are in the Illuminati. Our voice is made up of three things. I like to call it the trifecta: air, resonance, and register. Without any of these, well, we don't have a voice. I like to think about this chart when I work with my students because it kind of identifies when a student is doing too much or too little of one thing or the other. So what do these things actually do then? Well, simply put, lower voices require less airflow, higher voices require more airflow. The resonance of the voice is made up of three chambers, R1, R2, and R3 being the lips. And the register of the voice is pretty much the vocal fold thickness, how thin or thick those vocal cords are. So let's say I'm coming to voice training like this, right? And I want to prioritize my resonance. Well, in this voice right here, the resonance, except for R1, is doing pretty good. But what's missing here is the register. We need to thin those vocal cords out just a little bit. And then notice how we're still kind of hanging into a heavier space. I need a little bit more airflow to sort of like encompass and surround this sound. What if I'm coming to voice training like this? Well, I have way too much airflow, so I need to bring in a little bit of the resonance and then allow the register to sit slightly higher to sort of balance everything out. If you're liking where this is going, feel free to check out my other videos. I'm gonna continue getting a little more in depth here. So when we think about actually using these systems, the airflow is everything below the glottis. The register itself is kind of the glottis, and the resonance is everything above it. This is our subglottal pressure and our supraglottal pressure. When we start to influence our resonance, we tighten everything up, and in turn, we need to push more airflow through. The glottis, or the vocal cords, are responsible for sort of like balancing these systems. As the airflow is coming from below and it becomes really, really heavy and fast, that glottis likes to float at a higher position. If we have too much pressure from above, well, that glottis likes to be pushed down. This is also where tension can develop. And if we have tension in the voice, we are never going to have a natural sounding voice. As you work through voice training, you need to be aware that the voice should feel comfortable. It should feel easy. And if you notice tension, one of these three things is amiss. Follow me for more tips. I'm Claire Michelle with the Seattle Voice Lab. I'll be here all day or week.